Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Monday, April 18th, 2:54 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Okay, the market has just started kind of taking off. It's cool to see, so let's check it out. BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly last 24 hours, it was quite low. It was fighting to stay above a billion over the weekend. Right now it's 3.7 billion. That is wonderful. So volume definitely picking up. We'll look at that a little bit closer in a sec. Looking at cryptometer.io, it's showing 4.5 billion in volume last 24 hours. I in general go by Bitcoin trade volume. That's kind of my go-to. I think most likely it's 3.7 billion or 4 billion or so. I'm gonna say cryptometer.io is showing 4.5 billion, so somewhere between 4 and 4.5 billion. That is our volume last 24 hours. What is important is recently it is up like 60%, so that is wonderful. Looking at the big exchanges here, volume is good today for spot trading, but what's really important more than the volume, what is the volume right now? It is look at these gains, the percent increase last 24 hours. That is just crazy off the charts. So volume for spot trading has exploded Monday this morning. 7-day graph, no downward tangents at all, except whatever OKX is. Anyway, looking wonderful. Big exchanges are rocking. Looking at derivatives on Binance, 50 billion is a good day. 60 billion is a really good day. Above 70 billion, wonderful. We're at 65 billion. That's wonderful. Up 124% today. So it is ravishing. We've got great volume that just started really this morning. So cool. Looking at Bitcoin, it's coming in at 40,884 this right now. That's great. While it was struggling over the weekend, we do see some nice positive things in the chart. So we'll look at that in just a sec. In general, the top 100 cryptos, some are keeping up, some are catching up, some are kind of excelling, some are still in the red. This is kind of a new pump, but I have a feeling that as long as Bitcoin stays strong, all the top 100 that have not caught up, they're not excelling with Bitcoin, will probably start catching up. It's been a pretty ravishing pump, and so some alts will initially get crushed. We're seeing that. Terra is up 10%, Monero up 6%. I'll leave it at that. Loopring up 4.5%. All right. Looking at longs versus shorts sentiment. Long 70%, shorts 29% for Bitcoin on Binance. Very long sentiment right now. For Ethereum, 64% long, 36% short. So definitely a long bias for Bitcoin and Ethereum on Binance. Looking at U.S. oil, let's see. That's the 13th. This is the 14th. What? April 13th, April 15th. What is that? One second. What's this showing me here? Make sure I'm seeing this right. That is the 14th. Well, it's April 18th. That's weird. Not sure what's going on with that chart there. How about this? This looks right. Not sure what's going on with crude oil there. Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm looking at it wrong. Things a little bit messed up. Okay, I see what's happening here. DXY right there. U.S. oil. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'm not updated. Well, anyway, looking at DXY today, we are continuing an uptrend for dollar strength index. It's looking wonderful. Dollar strength index with the 20 WMA and all the important indicators. So moving averages. So on the daily chart, dollar strength and dollar strength index DXY continues to dominate. All right. So looking at S&P 500. Gosh, definitely on the 14th, that would have been Friday, a red candle. But today on the 18th, it's fighting back with a green candle. Somewhat indecisive, and it's late in the day, but it may get above that 50 moving average. We'll see. Let's see if this is the beginning of a turnaround. So definitely, looks like we maybe are having a turnaround, a bounce on the S&P 500 on the daily. We'll really see how that turns out by the end of the day, and really more likely tomorrow and the rest of the week. Russell 2000 index. Red candle on Friday, a red candle today. So it's not really looking too happy. So S&P 500 may be seeing a positive turnaround. Russell 2000, no signs of turning around yet. Dump in. All right, gold. Let's see, green candle today, looking strong. Nice wick to the upside. Silver, beautiful green candle today, wick to the upside. So gold and silver looking strong today. All right, looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart. It's still above important, still below important moving averages. You can see back here on the around like the end of March. Definitely we could knock it above that 200 moving average. That kind of cost us, got rejected hard, well below the 314, the 20 WMA, and the 50 moving average. So right now it's all about on this daily chart getting back above the 50 20 WMA, and especially the 20 WMA and the 50 moving average. So definitely, let's see if we can challenge those this week. If we can get above the 50 moving average with this newfound volume, this velocity that we're seeing, that would be great. But realize on the daily, we still are below important moving averages. So watch the 50. It's around. Well, if we hit 41,000 and can find support there, we'll definitely be above the 50 moving average. So that is important. We definitely got to get there. Right now, it's great, this upwards momentum, but do note we are below important moving averages. In fact, all of them on the daily. Although positive note on the daily, the MACD on the daily has flipped a positive tangent. Histogram's closing in the right direction. We might be in a good spot. That's always a positive thing. That does tend to create upwards velocity for shorter time frames. Let's look at the 3 days. This is nice. If we zoom in here, the 3-day was kind of worrying me. So we closed on 16th. This is weird. Oh, because it's 3 days. Sorry. So it was the 13th, 14th, and 15th. That would end it on Friday. So now we have the 16th, first day of a new 3-day candle. It wicked below the 200 moving average there on the 3-day, but now it's firmly above. Let's see how it rocks. If we can continue riding this 200 moving average up with the 3-day, especially challenge this 20 WMA there, and also the 50 moving average there, we should be good. So anyway, we got to make some velocity, get away from this 200 moving average, get our wicks off there, get the body off there. Let's see if we can start moving above that thing. Right now, we are hanging in there. What is very, very important about the 3-day chart is maybe we will not see that negative cross in the 3-day. Looks like we might see an upwards tangent. Let's see if that continues. I think a lot of it will have to do with this daily chart getting above that 50 moving average, which is about 41,000, finding support there. Start riding that 50 moving average and start once again getting up here and challenging that 200 moving average, which is, well, quite an ideal. It's around 48,150. So a ways to go to get truly bullish and healthy on the daily. But you know what? Just getting above the 50 at around 41,000, that would be glorious and definitely give Bitcoins some upwards momentum, especially with the 3-day positive MACD. That would be wonderful. So there we go. Let's quickly look at the 2-hour MACD. How's that looking? Continues positive. I like seeing that. And on the 2-hour chart, we're above the 20 WMA and the 50 moving average, but have a little ways to go to challenge that 200 and that 314 moving average. So leave that on the daily. Go here to the 4-hour chart. As you can see, the 4-hour chart, let me remove some of this stuff. Well, actually, no. On the 4-hour chart, we dumped down to the, we kind of rode the RSI cave. We got below it for a while, but we did stay within the ATR cave, so good to go. We bounced a logical spot. We went sideways, took a dump to the bottom of the RSI cave. Now we're moving up hard. That's good. Indicators are kind of wacky because of this extreme volatility we've had recently, but in general show an upwards trend. Stochastic RSI is on the way up, and so is the wave to oscillator by Lazy Bear. But in general, we got some catching up to do. Gonna have to stay strong for a little while here on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, 314 moving average is right around 42,000, and the 200 moving average there is around 43,000. So got some pushing to do to get really healthy on that 4-hour chart, but right now we certainly are moving. And one of the things that gives me confidence for the positive 4-hour chart coming up would be this. Let me show you this right here. This is a 45-minute chart, and so as you can see here, we did break below the RSI cave here, but we did bounce off the ATR cave there. So good to go. We dumped pretty hard, but within expectable realms, within expectable and predictable levels. And since we bounced there, I'm going to call it a real bounce. And ever since we have bounced, we've been doing this beautiful upwards trend, followed by, you know, a crazy Lambo move right here. And do note that we broke the 200 and the 314 moving average within 2 candles, getting a blue diamond merit badge. That's really, really powerful. And now it looks like we're actually challenging and looking for support above this blue line here, which is the 314 moving average. That's wonderful. all the EMAs here, all the Madrid ribbons have turned green. As you can see, the green diamond right there. So we're looking really, really powerful. Let's see if we can stay above that 314, find traction there, stay there, get a sideways above the 314 moving average, which is right about where we are right now. If we can stay around above 40,800, 40,900, I'm definitely going to keep support above that 314 moving average. What I don't want to see is something kind of weak like this, where we start bouncing, ranging between the 314 and the 200. That's just lame. Not much good ever comes from that. So in general, the 45-minute chart is looking pretty darn powerful. I like it. The indicators here, the RSI, wave channel started by Lazy Bear, KRI, ADX, the white line there, and ultimately the directional index, which is the green lines there, and of course the squeeze indicator. We see a lot of positivity here, but also we're pretty overextended. We've been pushing pretty darn hard. We've done a lot of percents pretty darn quick. If I do a forecast here and look at what we actually did, just to break the 200, that was 3.8%, about 4%. Now to stay above this 314 moving average, we need about a little over 5, about really 5.5% or so to really stay above that 314 and find support there. So Bitcoin's been pushing really hard after an extreme period of sideways flaccidness, I will call it. So anyway, it's picking up. It's Monday. This is glorious. Definitely a low volume weekend, but well, it's looking good. So I like it. This is Monday. We're looking powerful. Let's see how this plays out. I myself actually, I got in a small position in Bitcoin and Ethereum right here when I saw it beginning to correct, because you could see right here how the directional index was moving towards the positive. And you can see the squeeze indicator kind of letting off a little bit, giving Bitcoin a break. You can see that the KRI was moving towards the positive. Come back here. Okay, dang it. KRI was moving positive there. So anyway, I did hop in here because it was bouncing off the bottom of the ATR cave, and that's a pretty positive thing. So I figured I did a small position right there just to see how it would work out, and I'm up 5%. So one thing I did do though is I put a trailing take profit at 5% with a negative 3% to sell, and I put a stop loss at 2% positive. So we'll see how that rolls, because I think we very easily could. Not that I want to be a doomsayer. I love all this positivity and what's happening, but as you can see, this BART pattern, you could easily see this to be a BART pattern too. Bonk, bonk, bonk. It could definitely pan out. So let's see what happens. Sometimes you do get these rather interesting, I call them like yin yang BART patterns, where it goes up, down, up like that. Then of course you got your little like circle there, and you got your little thing here and your thing here. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so a sideways yin yang pattern. Looking at Ethereum versus USDT, it's doing what kind of Bitcoin's doing. It did break above the 200 moving average. It's been pushing quite hard. Indicators look good. Probably going to cool off here. Let's see if we can stay above the 200 moving average, the white one right here on the 45-minute chart. It does look like Ethereum. It's cranked quite a bit. You can see the perfect BART pattern here. Let's just be careful that we don't have a perfect BART pattern that puts us right back where we started. And, we are probably going to, unless we get some serious pushing soon, probably going to end up ranging between the 200 and the 314 for a while. And really, I have a position in Ethereum. I played it exactly like I did Bitcoin. I got in here when I saw it bouncing. The indicators did show that on this short time frame. And like I say, same play exactly as Bitcoin. I'm not really going to hedge much more into Ethereum until I see this bounce above the 314 and we find support there. And that'll be right around 3,080. We find a support above the 314 at 3,080. And we go sideways a bit and start moving up, then I will be more of have interest in Ethereum. But right now, I'm happy with the trades that I've got going. All right. Don't you want to see what happens if you don't give up? I know I do. And it's days like this Monday, where you see the market explode with volume. This is a wonderful thing. Bitcoin's looking badass. Ethereum's looking almost badass. They have a little bit more pushing, some support to get at slightly higher levels to really, really be bullish. And I am bullish. Let's see if we can hold these things. So if you are in, God bless you. If you're not, well, This is going to be a badass week for trading. I look at some alts, but for the most part, Bitcoin or Ethereum are as good as any alt to be in right now, in my opinion, give or take a few percent. So that's what I'm doing. Let's keep an eye on things. We're going to watch this thing close. Let's make some serious money this week. And remember, everybody, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist banker cries. And that's a beautiful thing. That right there is a good enough reason to stack sats. When people say it's not about the value, it's about the technology, I'm like, no, man, it's about the globalist tears, and that's reward in itself. Take care. See you tomorrow.